Hi, beautiful people. Happy Friday. It's also a long weekend. I hope you guys are excited. I am. Hello. Loving the energy. Hi, Hannah. Long time no see. I miss you, girl. We have a special guest today. I won't spoil it. Pooja. I'll wait for her to come on. But I'm very excited. Hi. Just waving back until our special guest joins. Hi, Lauren. Happy Friday. / happy long weekends, even if everything feels super long because of COVID. But hi, Candy. I hope all you guys are doing well. It's a beautiful Friday. It's a little cloudy yesterday. I'm glad that kind of cleared up. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Brave House while our guest logs in. So the Brave House is a nonprofit in Brooklyn, New York, that supports immigrant girls ages 16 to 24. We provide holistic services to them, legal support, workshops, virtual Zoom calls now that COVID is going on. And we have a Brave Pod where we talk to some of our members and our allies and some of our, friends and family who support this movement. And we just kind of talk about their experiences, their identity, and we just try to support and motivate other people who are watching. This is going on for maybe our 15th episode now. We're really excited. Hopefully soon we'll be able to have a real podcast for those who just want to listen on the go. We're still figuring out the logistics for that, but we're really excited and we're so happy you guys can join and chat while we're chatting. Feel free to leave comments and I'll be reading them out loud. If you have any questions, anything you want to say or add, feel free to join the conversation. This is not just about me and our special guest. It's about everyone here who's watching. So we're excited. Woo! I'm always excited to do these. So it's probably the highlight of my Friday. Definitely the highlight of my Friday. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in Bushwick. Not too far, right off the L. Not too far from Williamsburg. It's a cute little neighborhood. I really like it here so far. There's a Friendly Fridge. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but there's something called Friendly Fridge, and they're all over New York City where you can just donate food, these refrigerators, and it helps other people in the community who don't have food. It just helps people who live in hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I was talking about Friendly Fridges. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah, there's one in Greenpoint close to the Lot Radio.
Yeah, they're all over the place, and I love seeing them.
Yeah.
One right by outside of my apartment, and it's so cool because it's helping with the food deserts and those who are super homeless or just are in need, especially during COVID. And I'm so glad that they have that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see everyone in the neighborhoods like banding together to like help everyone. There's a lot of people doing here in Greenpoint for North Brooklyn Angels. They deliver food for homeless and like people, hospital workers and elderly that can't do their own shopping. That kind of stuff. Really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So, how are you, Lina? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Apparently it's a long weekend, but it's COVID, so every day feels like a long day.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
know.
yeah. With my schedule, it's I don't even know what a weekend is anymore because I usually work on weekends, so it's kind of like all
Right.
over the place. Every day is kind of like the same.
So what do you do?
I'm a tattoo artist.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope, dope, dope. I feel like I'll be coming to you soon.
Yeah, I mean, you have my information, so
Yeah,
just
I
send me an email.
do. That's super dope. Where do you do tattoos for those who are watching and interested? Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm at a private studio now. It's called Flower House Tattoo.
Dope,
Um, it's just me and another artist. Her name is Karen. She does mostly like color work, and I do mostly black and gray fine line.
dope.
And great, we're both appointment only. So if anyone's interested, just hit me up with an email, and I have the scheduling info on my page too on the highlight. So
Cool.
yeah.
So we're gonna jump right into the questions. Thanks for sharing, because I know so many people are interested in getting tattoos nowadays. Um, so the first question is, what are three places that you feel make up your identity?
So I grew up in Brazil, right? I'm actually a country girl.
Nice.
A countryside of Brazil. It's a city called Ribeirão Preto, and I grew up a lot of around farms and coffee fields and just like a lot of dirt and animals.
Hmm.
And then the second place is São Paulo, which is kind of like the New York of Brazil. It's a big city. I have a lot of my family from there, so I used to go like almost every weekend. So my culture it's kind of like part countryside, part big city.
Love
Uh,
that.
yeah, it's interesting. My accent sometimes like moves around a little bit, and I can't really from. And then the third place is New York. I came here 7 years ago, and I think this is the longest I've ever been in like a city outside of my hometown.
Wow, and how do you feel like, you talked a little bit about the countryside and the city side, and New York is so big and so different from the country for sure, but
Mhm.
maybe from your city back home in Brazil as well. So how did you navigate moving from like one little like, well, one big country, a country, both sides of a country, right? And then sort of like to a new place.
Um, it was kind of like on a whim, actually. I applied for Parsons, the new school, and I
Dope.
never thought that I was gonna get in because the fashion program's so competitive. But then I ended up getting in, and I got a scholarship. And then I was like, like if I don't do this now, I might never have the opportunity to move to New York again.
Right.
Uh, and I mean, everybody's kind of like, oh, New York, like especially
Hmm.
being from Brazil, and like I had never been to the city before,
Right.
and I just kind of like took it, and I just came by myself. Like my parents didn't bring me or anything. I was 21 already, so I was kind of like more mature ish.
Hmm.
Ish.
Ish.
um but yeah, I did a lot of growing here actually. Like I feel like my brain just like expanded like so much, like getting to know different cultures and being around people from all over the world just
Hmm.
like really broadened my horizons, and I actually like figure out what I stood for and who I was while I was in New York, because when I was in Brazil I was just kind of like mindless teenager just going on
We're
and
younger.
yeah. Yeah,
I
I
kind
feel
of
like
relate
sorry.
with you in a sense. I have a similar kind of story where I grew up in Miami, which was a very much city like. And then I went to school in a place called Tallahassee, Florida, which was very like rural and country. And I was there for like 3 years. And then I kind of got a scholarship to go to NYU. And I came here by myself and just whimmed it too. Like I was 21 as well. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just figure it out along the way.
That's the spirit. Yeah, we have very
Yeah.
similar stories. That's funny.
I
Yeah.
feel like so many people come to New York just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna come to New York.
Yeah. Try it
And
out.
you were in the fashion program.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you transition from fashion to doing tattoos? Like that's such a different world, or is it similar to
I
you?
mean, actually, it's pretty similar. If you're thinking
Right.
about fashion as like construction of identity, tattooing is kind of like the same, just in a more permanent way and more like it's like a custom
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, so like people usually say like I wouldn't put a sticker on a Ferrari, but like this is
Right.
not a sticker; it's a custom Ferrari. So
Right.
check yourself.
I love that. um,
Yeah.
Leading us to our next question. There's so much going on in the world right now between COVID and social justice. And I know you said that you grew a lot coming to New York and you found like like what you wanted to stand up for and what your values were coming here. I feel the same as well. How do you feel like you handle your mental health right now? And like, what are some practices and tips you could share with us?
I mean, obviously, I'm at like the easiest end of the spectrum because I'm not the one suffering with all of this right now.
Right.
But I do see all of this happening, and it really hurts to see people suffering. And I usually get into like downward spiral, thinking that the world's gonna end. Not
Right.
worth anymore, but like I try to be positive and like be around people that are inspiring, like all of you guys at the Brave House. Like just being around people that are actually making a change really helps with your mental health and helps you help other people as well, so it's kind of like a win-win.
Right.
And also like meditation, try to be present. Like I have some anxiety attacks sometimes, and it helps listing like the 5 4 3 2 1. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
I haven't.
So you have to list 5 things that you see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you smell, 2 things that you taste, no, 2 things that you hear, and then 1 thing that you taste. Something like that. Like you
Okay.
make your own list, but basically going through like the 5 senses.
Senses. Yeah.
And it helps you get more grounded when you're having like anxiety or panic attacks.
Wow.
Um,
Love
and
that.
journaling is also really good. Like I feel like sometimes my mind goes on a spiral and I keep thinking the same thoughts over and over again. And
Hmm.
I just put them down on a notebook and just like literally write it down, like not even like type. It helps you like clear out your ideas, and then you can read them later. You can like analyze them later instead of just like keeping it here, you know?
Right. I love that. I really love the 5 4 3 2 1 thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah. So what's something you're really excited about right now?
moving studios. I
Cool.
feel like it was a great move. I left a not so good environment, and I found something so much better because
Mm-hmm.
of like a bad situation. So I'm
Right.
really excited to be around Karen. She's a great tattooer of like 12 years experience, and I'm growing with her. She's like teaching me new things,
Love
and
it.
the studio is just so beautiful. Like, it's like a little dream house. Everything's pink and there's art everywhere, and it's about
Oh,
healing and magic and crystals and astrology. And I'm like, I just want to spend all day here.
I love that. I
Yeah,
have
it's
to
great.
come see it. It
Yeah.
sounds like a healing space, and I feel like when people are getting tattoos, they kind of want to feel like, like calm. It's kind of painful sometimes, so I feel like having those sort of like imageries and crystals, it kind of bring good vibes to like the experience, and I love that.
Yeah, it's very, very much like a healing process that you go through when you're there. Like the music is also very calm and like it's
Mhm. It
like
sounds like a spa, but with tattoos.
yeah, kinda. Yeah. And there's flowers. It's so nice. Like
I
I
love
just want
it. Have you seen the mural on the Lower East Side?
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like you would love it.
Yeah, I was there for like 2 days, I think, me and Nicole painted one of the masks, actually.
So cute.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful. So,
It's
so
so
nice.
dope. I try to
Daniela is
bring it
so
up each
amazing.
conversation because I'm like, I want everyone in the world to hear about it, see it.
Yeah, it's amazing, amazing. The concept is so nice too, and so
So
well
dope.
executed. Sick.
So now we're in the game part of our conversation.
Okay.
It's called Finish the Sentence. I try to make it hard for people and say you could only say one word, but you can say multiple words.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start the sentence and you finish it with whatever you feel like. Ready?
Yeah.
My happy place is.
Was my husband.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the tattoo studio, but that works too. If I could be any animal, I would be a
Ooh, leopard.
Ooh, I like that. Bravery is
Standing up for what you believe.
agreed. Immigration is beautiful because
It's immigration is beautiful because it expands people's ideas about their own reality.
I love that. Something I wish I was good at is
Math.
same. I wish I was good at math. The world needs more of
Empathy.
empathy. Yes. I come alive when I'm
Drawing.
so cute. So this is the final question. Is there anything you would like to say to anyone watching who's maybe going through a good time, maybe going through a bad time? Anything. You can literally say anything. Anything you want to leave with anyone here listening.
I think if you're going through a bad time, it's important to not be afraid to ask for help and to surround yourself with good things, because surrounding yourself with negative things is not going to help you get better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going through good times, help others see how you got there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just need a little motivation, a little push.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching and joining the conversation. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please stay safe and bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.